Saram students, welcome. Today let us do the revision of History lesson number 5, Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. Children, in our previous classes we have already revised about how some men became rulers and about Varnas, Janapadas, Mahajanapadas, taxes and about changes in agriculture. So today let us revise a closer look, that is about Magadha and Vajji and Ajatasattu and the Vajjis and elsewhere, that is about Greece and Athens. Now let us revise a closer look, that is about Magadha. Children, Magadha, it became the most important Mahajanapada in about 200 years. And which rivers flowed through Magadha? Many rivers such as the Ganga and Son flowed through Magadha. And why were these rivers that flowed through Magadha considered important? They were considered important for transport, water supplies and for making the land fertile. And parts of Magadha, they were forested. That is, the elephants which lived in the forest, they could be captured and trained for the army. And what did the forest also provide? Forest, they also provided wood for building houses, carts and chariots. And what else was found in that region? Besides, there were iron ore mines in the region that could be tapped to make strong tools and weapons. And Magadha, it had two very powerful rulers. Who were they? Bimbisara and Ajatasattu. And they used all possible means to conquer other Janapadas. And who was another important ruler? Mahapadmananda. He was another important ruler. And where did he extend his control? He extended his control up to the northwest part of the subcontinent. And what was the capital of Magadha for several years? Rajagriha, that is present day Rajgir, which is in Bihar. It was the capital of Magadha for several years. And later, where was the capital shifted? Later, the capital, it was shifted to Patliputra, that is present day Patna. And children, more than 2300 years ago, there was a ruler named Alexander. Where did he live? He lived in Macedonia in Europe. And what did he wanted to become? He wanted to become a world conqueror. Did he conquer the world? Of course, he didn't conquer the world. But he did conquer parts of Egypt and West Asia. And he came to the Indian subcontinent and reached up to the banks of the river Bias. And when he wanted to march further eastwards, then his soldiers, they refused. Why? Because they were scared, as they had heard that the rulers of India, they had vast armies of foot soldiers, chariots and elephants. That means the rulers of India, they were very powerful. Now let us revise a closer look, that is about Vajji. While Magadha, it had become a powerful kingdom, Vajji, with its capital at Vaishali, which is in Bihar, it was under a different form of government. And what was this different form of government known as? It was known as Gana or Sangh. And in a Gana or a Sangh, there were not one, but many rulers. And sometimes, even when thousands of men, they ruled together, then each one was known as a Raja. And what did these Rajas perform together? These Rajas, they performed rituals together. And where did they meet? They also met in assemblies. Why? Because they wanted to decide what had to be done and how, through discussion and debates. And here an example is given. That is, if they were attacked by an enemy, then they met to discuss what should be done to meet the threat. And who could not participate in these assemblies? Women, dasas and kamakaras. They could not participate in these assemblies. And children, who belong to Ganas or Sanghas? Both the Buddha and Mahavira, they belonged to Ganas or Sanghas. And where can we find the most vivid descriptions of life in the Sanghas? Some of the most vivid descriptions of life in the Sanghas, it can be found in Buddhist books. And children, what does Gana and Sangha mean? Gana is used for a group that has many members, and Sangha means organization or association. Children, this is an account of the Vajjis from the Digha Nikaya. What is Digha Nikaya? Digha Nikaya, it is a famous Buddhist book. And what does it contain? It contains some of the speeches of the Buddha. And when were these written down? These were written down about 2300 years ago. Now let us revise about Ajatasattu and the Vajjis. Children, who wanted to attack the Vajjis? Ajatasattu, he wanted to attack the Vajjis. So, whom did he send to the Buddha? He sent his minister named Vasakara to the Buddha. Why? To get his advice on the matter. And the Buddha, he asked whether the Vajjis, they met frequently in full assemblies. And when he heard that they did, then Buddha, he replied that the Vajjis, they would continue to prosper as long as they held full and frequent public assemblies, and they met and acted together, and if they followed established rules, and they respected, supported and listened to elders. And Vajji women, they were not held by force or captured. And Chaityas, that is local shrines, if they were maintained in both, that is in towns and villages. And if the wise saints who followed different beliefs, they were respected and they were allowed to enter and leave the country freely. So children, these are some of the reasons that were given by the Buddha that Vajjis, they would continue to prosper if they followed these. And who tried to conquer the Sanghas? Rajas of powerful kingdoms, they tried to conquer the Sanghas. Nevertheless, these lasted for a very long time, that is till about 1500 years ago, when the last of the Ganas or Sanghas, they were conquered by the Gupta rulers. So, who conquered the last of the Ganas or Sanghas? The Gupta rulers, they conquered the last of the Ganas or Sanghas. Now children, let us revise elsewhere, that is about Greece and Athens. Around 2500 years ago, the people of Athens, they set up a form of government. And what was it called? It was called a democracy, which lasted for how many years? For about 200 years. And who were recognized as full citizens? All free men over the age of 30, they were recognized as full citizens. And how many times did the Assembly of Athens met in a year? There was an assembly that met at least 40 times a year. Why? To decide on important matters. And who could attend these meetings? All citizens, they could attend these meetings. And how were appointments made for many positions? Appointments for many positions, they were made through lottery. So, what did they do? All those who wanted to be chosen, they gave in their names, and then some were selected through lottery. And who were expected to serve in the army and the navy? Citizens, they were expected to serve in the army and the navy. And who were not considered as citizens? However, women, they were not considered citizens. And also many foreigners who lived and worked in Athens as merchants and craftspersons, they did not have rights as citizens. Besides, there were several thousand slaves in Athens who worked in mines, fields, households and workshops, and they too were not treated as citizens. So, as they all were not treated as citizens, so they were not expected to serve in the army and the navy. Now children, let's discuss. Write a short note on the governance system in Ganas or Sanghas. In Ganas or Sanghas, there were not one but many rulers. And even if there were several men together, then each was called a Raja. And they performed rituals together. They met in assemblies and took decisions. And women, dasas and kamakaras, they were not allowed to participate in these assemblies. And both the Buddha and Mahavira, they belonged to Ganas or Sanghas. Now children, let's have a quiz. State whether the following statements are true or false. First one, the rivers Narmada and Brahmaputra flowed through Magadha. A, true. B, false. What's the correct option? Correct. B, false. Second one, both the Buddha and Mahavira belonged to Ganas or Sanghas. A, true. B, false. What's the correct answer? Correct. A, true. Third one, Magadha became the most important Mahajanapada in about 200 years. A, true. B, false. What's the correct option? Correct. A, true. Fourth one, Bimbisara wanted to attack the Vajjis. A, true. B, false. What's the correct option? Correct. B, false. Fifth one, Rajas of powerful kingdoms tried to conquer the Sanghas. A, true. B, false. What's the correct answer? Correct. A, true. Very good children, those who have guessed all the answers correctly. So children, today we have completed the revision of history lesson number 5. Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. So read this lesson thoroughly and practice the map that is given in this lesson. Till we meet again, goodbye children.